In all my freedom, dim-lit days, I found a ghost was haunting me, following me all around. I wrote a song all about it. Without a thought, I let him go in ways I hadn't years before. Then he moved on, he let me be. In all my freedom, I was free. Handsome stranger, I never knew. Shame is shame, it's not all blue. I wish him well, I'm glad he called. Maybe he was a friendly ghost after all. I know he will forever drift in hallways darkened just for him. Freaked out groundhogs on a terrible day. I saw stray dogs aplenty, playing chicken in abandon. I saw one doggy dead, and then one damn more. And I felt real sick on our way home. And I felt all sorts of guilty for taking us on this field trip. The Huskies' flattened lids told me everything. And so I went to a dairy bar run by two goth girls in pajamas. I just wanted to make it up to her and buy her a burger, but her love cannot be bought, 'cause she's not really a dog. She is an ice queen who's been taken from the snow. And so I drove up in the mountain till I saw some white, and I let her out the car, and she was alright, but I still wasn't. I was really shaken up. It was all so ugly, and not the way I wanted. I liked the big white mural of the American flags, of the stern bald eagles who were much too good for this. I liked the splintering sign that said Angel's Nest, and I liked... Well, now let me think. No, I guess that's it. We had all sorts of destinations, and at each one the wind knocked around my head and made me feel cursed. We walked by a stupid river with horrible tourists, and on a fallen over tree were rocks that said grace and hope. And I laughed at these round girls in their flared yoga pants, but only now am I seeing that it wasn't there to be laughed at. It was fairies in chiffon with wings of iridescence who were laughing at me with their fresh paintbrushes. Pony, 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 horse. I do not know the difference. I love you so. That's all I really need to know. I'm not a hunter, I've never been, I probably won't, it's not for me. I have many a thought on this topic, but that sounds worse than it is meant to. My thoughts are just like when you buy an old typewriter for $5 online, and it arrives, you go, let's see, put in some paper and tap the keys, and barely there are any words. They do not want to be set in stone, they do not want to be set in ink. They say, hey look, why don't you have a think? My thoughts are at a party dancing, drunk and being handed off to all these men of thoughts, and she's in love with all of them. My thoughts, she wants to have a baby with your thoughts, and then just maybe then the certificate line, the old typewriter works just fine. I'm not a hunter, I've never been, but I wear this hat for protection from mosquitoes swarmed with projections from dark matter outside my jurisdiction. From all the people who appear to me, I'd rather be pecked at by a parrot's beak. A pomegranate hit me in the head in the bumbling parking lot where people went to bumble in a carnival song of chaos. Good chaos meets bad, and the writhing on the pavement. Good chaos is on her back as bad chaos takes her over. Pomegranate blood is freed from their branded skins, pulsing the word fate in panting, whimpering cursive. The honeybees stop their geometry to look at what they're seeing, and the queen makes the order to burn down her utopia. Then she abandons her golden army to go find herself a husband, and I sit on the lace bark and drip pomegranate down my forearm. I'm dripping down my legs, I'm dripping down my tongue. The shopping cart rolls over to me and wants me to grab him by the handle.
Well, I have a damn fever, 'cause I'm not hardly ever sleeping. If I were crazy, I'd go crazy, but I just hum in the jacuzzi, with the coyotes in the distance, as the springtime snakes are springing, as the baby sheep are learning how the sun can make you sleepy, as the wind is a reminder of playing jump rope as a child, and Miss Winter is just a memory for Miss Husky and you and I. It is a joy-like treat to witness when she's free in mountain freshness. I watch her like a 1920s cartoon. The snow falls for her. She is a muse. Oh, you can do it. What?
Our last night we sat together in the somber sands, peacemaking winds, at her spot where she took me, where I'd take her in the morning. We were blessed by a big cloud, like a grave that's just been dug, filled back up with air-kissed dirt and shaped into a bodied mound. Other sunsets we've been captured by led us right back to the car. The gun would pound its checked flag, and so the race would now begin. We'd chase the sunset like she was a child running, kiss me down. We chase the sunset